Welcome back to the St. Louis Cardinals franchise, everybody. There's a lot to look forward to this year, especially now that we've had our first draft class and those players are now getting their first minor league action. We begin today's episode with outfielder Norris Sullivan, who was the second draft pick of the entire series. Sullivan only has 76 potential, but he's a 71 overall. And I think his hitting ability could see him making it to the show as early as later this season. I think that he's got a chance to be a contributor as we build our initial core in this series. He has a well-rounded bat, he's a switch hitter who can hit for both contact and power, and he's not afraid to steal a base or two. 79 speed is well above average. Right now, I'd say his floor is as a DH or bench bat who could be a pinch runner or pinch hitter. If he's going to ever become a starter or gain more of a role, it's just going to take time because his defense isn't there yet. His fielding and arm skills are a work in progress, and he's only played a handful of AA games, so it will get better. One player I'd love to see help us soon is Mason Wynn. And of course, he was at the majors all of last season, but his bat ultimately brought him back to AAA for this year, and I'm waiting to see if that ends up taking a step or not. In this one game I got footage of, you'd really like to see him do more with some of these pitches, because those are meatballs that you've got to be able to make plays on. His defense, though, is always going to give him a shot. He has a chance to be a very high-level defender, but we really want that bat to come around so he can be the shortstop of this series' future. Throughout the year, we'll be checking in with the top prospects down at the AA and AAA levels, and if there's anyone you want to see featured in a future episode, let me know in the comments section. That was fun. I think I like covering the prospects in that fashion. Let me know what you thought, and let's get back to the cards. So, we lost our previous series to the Rockies, and we are now 6-4 after an 11-1 win. We had a huge day against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Steven Matz gave us a gem of an outing. The season's still young, let's keep it going. Gave up 10 in a loss to the Dodgers, and we still find a way to take this series. We homered 3 times in that 10-4 loss as Sonny Gray had a bad day, and same is true for Jojo Romero and Ryan Fernandez. But a series win against the Dodgers is quite promising as Corbin Burns went 7, only allowing 2, and Ryan Helsley gets his 3rd save. Up north to Oakland we go, Miles Mikolas. It's 18-0. 23-0 over the A's. That is going to fix our run differential for a long time. We hit only 3 homers. Nolan Gorman had 4 doubles. So it's a 2x4 for Nolan Gorman. 8 innings for Miles Mikolas. What happened, Oakland? I taught you better. A game that bad should really count as 2 losses, honestly. We win the next day as well, and I wanted to get us to scout again. So we've got 4 new first basemen, 1 infield prospect discovered. Okay, that wasn't actually all that much. That was, I believe, our best scout for discovery doing that. I was hoping for a little bit more. I believe Kenny Price was the player that was discovered, and he's not ranked right now, so not the best week. And then for these other first basemen, a couple are falling down the board a bit, while Daryl Marino is on the way up. And the bat looks pretty promising, the fielding looks good. Definitely an intriguing guy to consider already for that first-round pick. The outfielders, though, looked really intriguing the first time I took a look. I'll probably just let this one kind of unfold for a number of weeks because the left fielders just looked really good. So we're going to try to get Daryl Marino fully scouted first. He looks like a contender for that 15th overall selection. Wow, Jordan Walker's on fire right now. The middle of our order's looking pretty solid. Walker with .318 average, 4 homers, slugging .659. Always a good sign there with all the hot streaks in the offense. And even Tommy Edmonds brought his average already up over 200 after starting under 100 before the Sims today. So I want to get a game in with Jordan Walker. I think that he's an important player to focus on here with this hot start. I still think he's going to be at first base long term, or maybe even DH. That would be a great spot if we ultimately end up with a solid defensive first baseman. But even DH wouldn't be that bad. 2-0 here already for St. Louis. His arm is extremely strong, but with how far those fielding ratings would have to go, you might be looking at 3-4 years before he could even be a passable outfielder. It's that bad. That's to right. It's a fair ball, and Walker should have extras. Into second base, and the lead runner holds at third. And that's the 4th double of the year for Jordan Walker. All right, Tommy. 2 homers already. Okay, 9 RBIs. So Edmonds' bat finally coming around. Let's see if he can get us our 3rd run. The 1-2. Looked at, strike 3. How about Dylan Carlson? His numbers look pretty solid. Not bad when your 9-hitter is this productive early in the year. The 1-0. Oh, we're looking at more than just one pitch in these at-bats, I guess, now. And that's ball 4. So the bases are juiced for Nootbaar. Softly to center field. You better be running. I'm taking off to third base, and the run does score. That's well hit right field and deep. It is off the high wall. 1 run scores, looking for a second, and it's 5-0 St. Louis. A Brendan Donovan 2-run double. Kyle Muller with 2 on here in the 3rd. Eye level, ball 1. 10th right now in OPS in the National League. That's an impressive start for Walker, especially off of last year. That was a step down. Got to head back in the right direction now in year 3. He flies it in the air right field. That is deep enough for a tag. Almost more. That's another RBI. Zach Geloff, here he is for the A's. 2 on, 2 down. Steven Matz, it's a ground ball. Taking it easy on Jordan Walker. Thank you, Zach. I'm not sure Mason Miller is playing in this franchise the way he is in real life. Check out his Baseball Savant page. The dude's been on another level. In the air, hit well to left. That one is caught. Walker's already reached a couple times, and now in the 8th inning, full count. Miller trying to work him away. Now the 3-2. Right over the plate and belted to deep center field. Back to the track and caught. I wasn't expecting another at-bat, but here we are with the bases loaded. Walker already 1 for 3 on the day with a sac fly. And that could be a run-producing at-bat. Coming home from third. Thank you for a bad throw. That's 3 plate appearances where Walker's driven in a run. Tommy Edman would then blast a 3-run homer to make it a 13-3 finish. We break out the brooms in Oakland. Cardinals looking pretty good right now. 4 homers in this game. Arenado had a pair. Steven Matz seems to keep putting together strong outings. I might need to play a game with him today. Not a bad start to the road trip. We already clinched a winning road trip. We're 5-1. Next day, it is Blake Snell versus Sonny Gray. And a low-scoring game, the Giants break out a 2-0 win. It's the same score the following day. So against the Athletics, we scored 43 runs in 3 games. We used up all of our offense for a few days, none the next 2. And then Miles Michaelis, he's going deep into this game as well. What's with all the deep outings, man? Our staff has done a great job. First game against Atlanta, back at home. We lose 5-6. And now Steven Matz gets the luxury of going head-to-head with Spencer Strider. Matz currently, in 3 starts, has 20.2 innings. So his average start has basically been 6 2/3 to this point. He's only given up 3 runs, 1 homer, 17 strikeouts in those 20 innings. All 3 have been quality starts. Maybe no better pitcher right now than him in the National League. For whatever reason, no Acuna in this game. We're missing Nootbaar, so we're both down an outfielder. That's pretty even then. An overcast night with the 11-8 Cardinals and the 10-10 Atlanta Braves. Hope you're enjoying year 2, everybody. I'm fired up for the content right now in all my series. Let's see if Steven Matz can continue his stretch of dominance despite me with the controller. Ozzy Albies leads things off, and we're underway. Strike 1. It's a much better start than last season. I know we caught fire after a 7-14 start, but I'd rather be in first place right now than panicking from the bottom. 1-1. Justin. Out in front, evened up. And the 2-2. Down the line, that is fair, as Christian Pache has to chase this one. Fires this in, and it's a double for Albies. I mean, they're just a good team. Gio Urshela next. That is right down the middle. He looked at a slider in the wheelhouse. Strikeout for Matz, and now Matz versus Matt. And on one pitch, Arenado with the play. Out at first. Here's a look at what we're up against in this game. There are no real breaks. I mean, a couple players that I'm not as concerned with. Gio Urshela. Interested in Jared Kelenic there in the 8th spot. And then not familiar with the 9 hitter. But MVP candidates and all-stars littered throughout the rest of this. Let's see if we can leave Ozzy at second then. What I'm concerned about here with pitches that Matz has is I'm going to be constantly throwing low, and I feel like when I constantly do the same things, they catch on to it. But what am I supposed to throw above the bottom third here with this skill set? Or with these pitches? I got the slurve and slider, change up and sinker, like everything here needs to be very much down. Lifted to deep right field and hooking. It is foul by 6.5 feet. Got him looking. What a pitch. And now to embarrass myself against Spencer Strider. Here is Tommy Edman in the leadoff role as we give Lars Nootbaar the off day. Christian Pache gets to start and face the team he was, I believe, drafted by. I know he was in the Matt Olson deal, I want to say. They had a couple deals. Or was it just the Olson one? I know they sent over Langoliers because they just have an embarrassment of riches at catcher. They didn't need Langoliers, who was a highly touted prospect, William Contreras. And now they got Sean Murphy, along with Travis d'Arnaud. They have a backup catcher who just had a hot home run streak not long ago. That is high as Edman draws a walk. Donovan up the middle. It'll find its way through, and the Cards have an early threat. Arenado to the alley in right center. Let's start quick today. Ground rule double, which saves a run. Strider leaves it over the heart of the plate. Nolan Arenado gets us on the board, and now the other Nolan. Strider's a little wild right now. He's missed a bunch, and the stuff in the zone has been very hittable. Could have turned on that one even. Got a bad habit right now of taking an extra, split second to really see the pitch. And that's costing my timing. It is 3-2 to Gorman. The payoff. Inside, the bases are juiced. Jordan Walker, a lot of RBIs already in the episode. He's sitting at 13. Prime opportunity here. Low again. Can't catch up at 97. All right, then I overcorrect. We're way early. Then he goes with the slider off of that. Okay. No, don't show me the ump cam of this. Jeez, get that out of here. Cut that out. Wilson Contreras. Yeah, it was William Contreras if I got those two mixed up earlier. God, the Braves are just unreal at acquiring and developing talent right now. It's like watching someone do a rebuild where they're just constantly getting great players. Everything seems to pan out for them. It shouldn't be possible what they're doing. And then getting them all on cheap deals relative to their market value currently. Slider is getting Strider back on track. But not that one. I need at least 2 here. I'm going to be upset. 3-2. That's going to do it. Left center. Oh, I got lucky that didn't get caught. That is an RBI double. That was very close to another famous Mr. Hurricane base running special. But I was aggressively correct that Ozuna would not make that play. Threw it. Hey, Davis, can I get a follow? The signs and the fact that they obviously have templates and they're just swapping out names and stuff. It is awesome. I'm going to have to get some clips of screenshots of those for some future thumbnails. I love it. Strike 3. The 8th man to bat is Dylan Carlson. He pops it up. I finally timed up the fastball. Pretty cool, right, guys? Well, a pair of RBI doubles have broken this game open already. 3-0. But that's hardly a lead to feel good about, knowing who's on the other side. Ooh, 4 more strikeouts to get Matt to 1,000. That's what I'm talking about. 2 strikes. Chopper to third, or short maybe. Edman gives Nolan a high five and makes the play. I feel pretty good about Matt's command here. He's got to keep everything in a small part of the plate, and for the most part, he's done it. But we're only getting started here. 1-2 on Murphy. Weekly on the ground to Tommy Edman. 2 gone. Falling behind Arcia, it's 3-1 with Jared Kelnick on deck. Slurve is in there, full count. And it's muscled deep to right center. Extra bases for the Braves. Their second double of the game. Now one of our rare lefty-lefty opportunities. Here is Kelnick, the former Mariner top prospect. And he rolls it over. Another base runner left at second. And Christian Pache steps in against his old team. We had a great first against Strider. We'll see if he's better, more sharp in this inning. That fastball slider combo started to get in my head towards the end of the first. Left over the plate. Foul. 1-2. I don't know why I was waiting for a slider. Strider seems fine now. That could have very well been strike three for some umpires. A full count now to Edman, who walked in the first and walks in the second. Donovan hooks it into shallow right center, but that is caught. That's going to look to end the inning. We're through two. Ahead of Luis Guanipa. And he puts it in play. Walker to first. Walker can't stop it from going into right field. A third hit now for the Braves, 2 for Albies. Now a double play ball. Urshela, 2 for 1. The third inning for us opens with a 4th walk from Strider. Gorman now aboard. And Walker in the air to left. It's Ozuna. And again falling behind. It's Wilson Contreras. 3-1. And he's not really getting all these calls close, so I've been taking a lot of those pitches. That is 5 walks for Spencer Strider. In on the hands. Having a slow swinging week here with the fastballs. And now we got 2 down for Dylan Carlson. Yep, did it again. And that's going to kill this rally. Steven Matz strikes out Matt Olson. That's just his 3rd strikeout. 3 more from 1,000. Really hoping we can get that in this start. Not assuming either, because this offense could come alive, and they've already been tough to strike out. Arenado again, hitting it right to him. 0-2 now on Ozuna. Could this be 998? Matt's 0-2. Not yet. And missing with 3 consecutive, has the count full. 3-2. He missed inside. So no 1-2-3 inning here. And it's weakly grounded. 4 zeros in a row for Steven Matz. Strider, meanwhile, 58 pitches in. He's walked 5, giving up 3. See how much further they want him to go today. 3rd trip about to happen after Pache. Strike 3. Tommy Edman has already walked twice, and Strider again has a full count. 3-2. That's down the middle, though. Edman out. Stamina is a little bit of a concern already for Matz. It's not like he's thrown a ton of pitches. He's at, well, the graphics in the way right now, 62. And his stamina is already into the yellow. Not much there. I'm thinking he's like a 70 to 80 pitch guy now. So we'll keep that in mind. We're in the 5th. And Arenado can't stop that one. It's going to be extras again. Braves have had a couple doubles already. Here's their 3rd. They've yet to have multiple men on base or get anybody past 2nd. So a little work to do here for Steven Matz. 0-2. Away from Kelenic, strike 3, and that is 998. Got the slider to clip there early. Not a bad 3-pitch strikeout. Deep to left. Ahead of it, though, and Guanipa falls behind 0-2. And it's Weekly. Chopped to Edman, holding the runner for out number 2. Here's Ozzie Albies. Already 2 hits on the night. I want that. Matt's already getting tired. What's his stamina at? I'd have to say this feels like a high 60s or very low 70s. Yeah, 64. This feels about right then. Easier to get long outings when you sim than in-game. Arenado looks it into his glove. Another 0 for Steven Matz. So no runs since the 1st. Hasn't been all bad for Spencer Strider. I mean, it could be a lot worse for a guy who gives up 3 early and already has 5 walks through 4 innings. But I think maybe he does one more with his energy getting down there. 3-0 on Nolan. Misses inside. That's 6 walks. 2 righties getting warm now in the Braves' pen. I'm looking for a 4th run. Oh, he hadn't thrown that curve in ages. How many curveballs has he thrown in this game? I was geared up for way more velo. That's only his 2nd curveball of the entire game. Come on, man. And it was a meatball. Foul back. We're evened up. How was that timing? That was better. Threw that curveball again and nearly hit him on the shoe top. Full count to Gorman. He walked his 7th batter of the night. And that's going to be it for Strider. He's only going to last 4 innings. Pierce Johnson now out of the bullpen. Let's see if we can do some damage. It's either going to be a fastball or something tricky. Tricky one outside. Front door on that slurve. Oh, I missed the sign. 1-2 to Walker. He sends it in the air to right. Didn't have to move much. Oh, that is blasted! Deep right center. Wilson Contreras into the bullpen. 3-run jack. That's what you get for trading away his brother. Although his brother's in a fine situation in Milwaukee. But now he's a rival and we don't like him. You forced Wilson Contreras' brother to become his rival. So that's what you get. 6-0 Cards. And we do make a move with Ryan Fernandez entering the game. He needs to get his strikeouts up, man. 6.9%. That is not nice. So I wanted to see Matz maybe go 6, maybe get to 1,000 strikeouts, but I'm not going to push my luck against the Braves. This is what his stamina can handle at this stage. Left it up, and Urshela gives us a chance in left. Wow, 0-2 Olsen, or 2-0 he reached. And plops it into shallow center. Fastball command's a little off right now for Fernandez. And that is smoked to left. The Braves have 2 base runners on the Riley single. Back-to-back hits. Yeah, I don't think Fernandez has his best stuff here. I'm just hoping we can get out of this outing. 0-2 on Ozuna. Here's a chance. Just low. And now inside. Full count. What is he doing tonight? The bases are loaded. And I think I might have to make a move here. And we're going to bring in the lefty now, JoJo Romero, who's been one of our better relievers. He'll face Murphy with the bases juiced. He's in there. By him. We have a 2-2 count. Up the middle. Gorman. Oh, come on. I thought I could just step forward like an inch and hit the bag. I didn't think I'd have to throw it there because I was close enough to hand it to him. So they got one there. On plays that are that close, those are way more difficult to make the call if you're going to run to the bag or not. Edman, ground ball, inning over. A lot of pitches to look at tonight. We've already walked 7 times in the game. Pache 3-1. Grounds it. Couple hops to third. Riley retires him. That is a drive from Donovan. Extra bases here with 2 down. He continues to have a fantastic season. I think his slugging is going to end up being way over what we've seen before. Let's make the comparison now. Because I know he only had a handful of home runs last year, 5, and now already 3 in 16 games. Maybe the slugging won't stay this hot, but this is promising that he's showing a lot more than he did last year. Base hit Arenado. Wave him home. Ozuna's throw is too late, and it's 7-1 St. Louis. RBI single for Nolan Arenado. Nice job with 2 down. Fly ball, deep to center. Has a chance to go. Gone! A home run! Nolan Gorman! It just kept flying. Number 4 on the season. And a big 9-1 Cards lead. Not a bad little 2-out rally. Double, single, home run. Ooh, that didn't leave by much. Did it bounce in those flowers? Nope, right through the kneecap. I used to be a baseball fan like you. Then I took a baseball in the knee. Contreras. Deep to right. That's the inning coming to an end finally. Jared Kelenic sends one to the gap. The Braves have gotten some extra base hits. Another double. Oh, tied him up on that one. And now a walk to Guanipa puts 2 aboard for Atlanta. Trying to get a couple innings here out of Romero, and it's headed to Donovan, who makes the play. Now Pache has a chance in right. Catch is made, and they don't test the rocket arm. You can really throw. I know you're tired, but can you give me one more? Left on left, Matt Olson. See, I'm doing that like tap that second tap with the classic timing. I've done this at least like a dozen times in this game. I've been told to, like, hit the button again when the ball's about to be released. I'm still not sure exactly if it does anything. Does he go? He does not. Donovan retreating. 3 straight flyouts. J.D. Davis joins the fun. Was hitless before that base hit. Merrifield's going to run for him and take his spot in the order if that comes up again. We're always looking to add more runs. I'm about to break an unwritten rule. He goes easily. I mean, that's the count I want to run on. I got the guy I want to run with. I don't care what the score is. Carlson flips it into center. Merrifield set up, but won't run. Quiet day for Pache. He's had some chances, but not making the best contact. All right, Michael Kopech, let's bring that ERA down a little bit. 19.29 still. And it'll be a good test. I got to see some good outings, or he might not have a safe roster spot for much longer. Kopech, 2-2. Nice pitch, but better hit. Now he gets ahead of Marcell Ozuna. A full count now. 3-2. He got him looking. Now Kopech ahead of Sean Murphy. Having trouble putting him away. And he looks at strike 3. And then poke to Walker. And Kopech's going to bring that ERA down a little bit. But we're going to have him pitch the 9th as well. Let's see if Kopech can give us 2 innings. I do have Zach Thompson getting warm. But in an 8-run game, I'd like to see Kopech finish this off. Oh, so close. Come on, the strike zone's got to widen a bit. It's an 8-run game. A walk to Kelnick. Oh, Kelnick eats one. Edman, not in time. Fine, I'll put in Zach Thompson then. I like to keep this, 9-1. Donovan coming in. Makes the catch. Tommy Edman spears the Urshela line drive. And a weak grounder. That is a 9-1 St. Louis Cardinals victory. Quite a dominant performance with us really having a great night against Spencer Strider. We drew 7 walks, scored a few runs on him. I'm not sure how many got charged to him ultimately. It could have been 5. But that was just a really nice win. Steven Matz moves to 4-0. Had 5 scoreless innings, or 5 one-run innings, whatever it was. Yeah, it was scoreless because I think JoJo gave up the run. Yeah, that was awesome. I just wasn't expecting that. I think I have a way of hyping myself up for the big games at times. Yeah, 5 runs charged to Strider. Steven Matz, 105 ERA now. Let's go. That was Fernandez's run. That's right. I forgot about him because his outing was so short. Excellent win for our Cardinals in the 20th game of the year. We are now 12-8. Still first place here in the Central. Wilson Contreras among the leaders in batting average right now, along with Brendan Donovan. No one here at the top for home runs. Thairo Estrada has 8 to lead the National League. Most we have, I think, is 4. But Steven Matz has the best ERA, and Miles Michaelis isn't far behind. We haven't done a Michaelis start this year. Maybe we'll get around to that next time. 8th in batting average right now as a team, with the 5th most runs and the 5th highest on base, with the 5th team ERA. We're on fire right now. I wanted to finish out this week here, maybe get a little more scouting information. That ERA is going down even more. Shut out the Braves. We win another series. Oh, it's not over yet. But 3-0. Now it's Sonny Gray, who goes 8 1/3, nearly a complete game shutout. Here is Daryl Marino, who is now 14th on the board. So Marino is definitely someone who hits lefties well. He can still hit righties. He's a good hitter. He plays pretty solid defense, and first base is really his only position. Not really a base stealing threat, not a fast guy, so he's got a very specific role, but a valuable one. For those left fielders, I wanted to see how many were actually coming in above projection. Mariano Oliva is 31st on our board. He is a lefty, a contact over power hitter with possibly very good speed and fielding skill. Whoa, that one is way off so far. Kosuke Ozuna, 102nd on the board, 29th on the MLB big board. Rocky Sanders also lower than projected, so the left fielders aren't as impressive as we were thinking before, but Steve Padilla from 120 up to 36 on our board. Here is a lefty who should be a pretty solid hitter. Can play the entire outfield along with first. Speed looks potentially promising. Defense very much a work in progress, but high plate vision, good hitter. Definitely someone to consider. And it's nice to have more variety with the skill sets. Here's Derek McCormick, who comes in showing really good power upside and a strong arm right away. I feel like I spent forever in the last game trying to find this exact skill set. Why not just have all 3 scouts, help us hurry up and get these left fielders scouted, then we can move on. Once we scout the international left fielders, I'll move on to a lot more of the infield prospects, but left field will look to be one of the deeper options for the top 100. So we'll get around to everything later on down the road. Hope you're enjoying year 2. I think next episode we finish out the month of April and get into the heart of this schedule. Hope y'all are enjoying. Please leave your thoughts down below. Would love to know what you guys are thinking right now in the series. Hopefully these episodes are coming out pretty quickly as well. I'm a little ahead right now in recording, so getting to a spot where the content should be flowing pretty smoothly. But thanks again. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a great day.